Hey, what's going on, YouTube? It's Rod signing on. Yeah, it's raining outside. Hope everyone's doing well out there. I couldn't bear to be in on a beautiful rainy day. So I'm out in the rain. Out here listening to some music. Let me turn this down.
And Ron Kavanaugh was the other co-writer.
Just a little Saturday morning folk, or Saturday day folk, that morning, whatever time of day it is where you at, it is Saturday. But anyway, I just wanted to give an update on what's going on. I'm about 90, I guess I'll say 98.9% full time now. And it's wonderful. It's absolutely marvelous. Just the anticipation, breaking up the monotony, the adventure, every day being exciting, not entombing yourself in the constant repetitive, just the rigmarole old thing. I guess that's a word. I don't know. But anyway, this is something that I've been working on for a while. And please forgive the disarray of the van. It's just like any other move where things are in complete disarray until you get them all straightened out and you get things the way you want them to be. I'm sure 30 to 45% of the things are in here won't be in here on the next vid, because I'll eventually figure out what I want in here and what I don't want in here, or things I need and things I don't need. And that was predictable. I knew that would happen, and it has. I'm sure I have way too many clothes. I love those clothes. Those are great clothes. Some of these bags I won't need. Some of these things will be placed. Some things will be moved around. My under bench storage, I still have half of one that's empty. Mind you, my battery box will be going there with the deep cycle battery. Maybe two. Two is ideal, but one at a time. And that'll take up space. It'll be a sealed box in there that'll be vented. And the solar that'll come later. And it's raining. It decided to rain quite a bit now, but that's fine. I love rain. I got a good immune system, so I'm fine. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I've been driving the van quite a bit, and she's proven to be quite seaworthy. Like I said, before, the idea was to, as some of you know, the mechanic aspect of the engine. She's a strong engine. She's low mileage. A 5.7 liter V8. In layman terms, it's a 350. She's strong, she's quiet, like I said, but that little hesitation in low aisle. I imagine that the culprit is the fuel pump, because I've checked everything out, and it's fine. But we went ahead and replaced that filter first, and the gas mileage increased. But the hesitation slowed down, but it's still there. I'm figuring that's the original fuel pump, and it just needs to be replaced before it completely decides to not work. And that's something that I would do before I leave. I plan on staying within a 300-mile radius right now until we get the solar, mini fridge, deep cycle battery, inverter, all those things, the isolator switch, and all those things in place. And that'll give it some time to even prove even further that she's seaworthy and capable of handling a long distance, long distance campaign, just to leave and be out there, basically, and enjoy life and experience life the way it should be experienced. To not confine myself to a brick and mortar dwelling. I've done that for quite some time, been there, done that, know what it's about. It's time to get out there on my terms and do it on my terms. I've been out there before, not on my terms, on someone else's terms. and I don't regret it, but I want to do it on my terms. This morning I woke up and I actually stayed out here, and I woke up and fixed me a cup of tea and listened to a little NPR. It was quite refreshing. But that's pretty much it. You know, as you can see, this thing is in disarray. Please forgive me. Let me pan around and show you. But like I said, with any typical move, you're gonna have that disarray. You're gonna have that, oh man, stuff's everywhere type deal. I don't need this, I don't need that, I don't need this, and it'll come together. With me, it's gonna have to come together quick, because I'm not gonna have it in disarray like this for long. It's driving me nuts. So we're gonna have to crank it up and get this thing going and get this thing organized. Like I said, I have a 5x10 storage. My ideal is I'm going to consolidate that 5x10 into a 5x5. Eventually, 0. And like I said, I have an attachment to sentimental values to things, or things I think, well, man, if I get rid of this, I'm going to need it later. But I figure that 300-mile radius will give me opportunity to weed the things I need and don't need out. I had a lot of great tips on people telling me how to do it, and I'm taking all those into consideration, and I'm using those. And I'm grateful for those tips, and I appreciate everyone out there for doing it. And I actually bought some. If you can see right there, that's some car wash, blue coral. I don't know. Anyway, it seems to be pretty good. It has wax in it. Some weird guy sitting over here in a car. I don't know who he is. He keeps sitting there, and no one knows him. He's leaving. Anyway, I got weirdo spray. But anyway, I'm going to wash this thing as soon as it stops raining and try to save this paint, because this is a decent paint. And I'm going to try to save this paint. And then we're going to wax it, and we're going to do all those good things and get this thing, get those tires shined up. And I'm in need of a spare. My spare won't hold air, so that's a big issue. You got to hurry up and take care of that. And hey, check out my egg thing. It holds 12 eggs, whole dozen. I like this thing. I've never had an egg break in this thing. It's been camping with me several times, and not one casualty. So we're gonna roll along with this thing here, and I'm thinking about getting another one. And I have 2 dozen. How would you think about that? I love eggs. They're quick, and they don't take much time to cook, and you don't waste a lot of propane. But that's another vid. And yeah, my pepper grinder. I love fresh pepper, and I want to get a salt one that matches. I like these things. Stainless steel. Got a glass housing, so I can't be dropping them. And of course, I got some wood there. It'll go on the back rack with a secure tarp or something like that, because I don't want to get it all wet. But, I got my bag, and I got way too many clothes in it. I got to consolidate those clothes down to about a week or a week and a half. I got about 2 or 3 weeks in there. That's crazy. But there's some things I got to work through. And let me see what else. Just my open air grill. It needs to be under the bench. And I got a lot of other little odds and ends up there that shouldn't even be up there. And that sweater, that's my get dirty sweater, and it's up there. And we just got a lot of things like that going on in here. We're going to get that out of the way. We're going to do it too. No problem. But it's raining. I'm feeling good, everybody. I hope everybody else is feeling good out there. This thing's coming along nicely. And let me show y'all the back. That's my hitch. You see, I got it down with my good old master lock thing, just so, I know somebody can cut it, but at least the average Joe just can't walk off with it. I got my big storage box that I'm going to put back here. When I get my hitch, I can get one of those, I think it's called Swaymaster hitch. They got them at Northern Tool and Equipment. I won't be getting it right now, this week, maybe next week. It's going to go on there, and it's going to extend that out a little bit. And I think it will, for my measurements, if my measurements correct, it's going to clear that spare tire holder. And this will be there, and I'll still be able to put my bike back here. And that's wonderful. And but for now, I'm going to just go ahead and put a propane tank on there in a crate. And I'm going to rest it down and cover it up with a tarp so I still can cook for this week. But that's that on that. And it'll be inconspicuous. You'll know it's something back there, but you won't know what. The average Joe won't know what. But that's pretty much it. As far as the update is concerned, we're rolling, we're rocking, and it's all good on this end. And I want everybody to have a safe time wherever you're at. Enjoy life, live your dream, Keep the faith. Don't forget, number one, God. We know who he is, God and Jesus. All right, y'all. This is Rod. God bless America.